Okay, so, I'm Juan from Spain, of the Spanish delegation of the Spanish Confederation of Tourist Guides, CEFAPIT. I will introduce you the next speaker, who is Monica Figuerola. Our president, the president of the Spanish Confederation, she's living like me in Toledo, and she started talking about people from the Quiron Salud Hospitals. It's one of the main companies of private hospitals in Spain. And finally, we have arrived to a very good agreement. They're going to now to talk about that, especially on the 2 points of view, one for each one of us with discounts as for the members of the Spanish Confederation of Tourist Guides, especially now to make the antigens and the PCR proofs, and in particular for all our clients, the visitors coming to Spain. They're going to talk about the hospitality program for all the visitors coming to Spain. They work especially with with hotels. Now also with us, it's an extra that we can offer to our visitors, to our clients. So Monica Figuerola, the head of international business development of Quiron Salud, will be now with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's really such a pleasure to be here with all of you. So welcome for those who are not from Spain. Welcome to Madrid. It's a pleasure to have you here. And of course, thank you very much to the Spanish delegation, the CEFAPIT and Juan Ignacio and Almudena, for inviting us to be part of this important event, but also for trusting us and for signing an agreement with Quiron Salud Hospital Group. Okay, so well, as I know that you have a very busy agenda, I'm going to try to be very precise and very fast in explaining the agreement and what would we do. So first of all, for those who doesn't know anything about Quiron Salud Hospitals, let me explain a little bit about the company, okay? I think it's working like this. Sorry, one moment. Okay. Yeah, well, Quiron Salud Hospital Group is the largest private health group in Europe, probably in the world, because we have right now more than 200 hospitals in Spain, Germany, Colombia, Peru, Dubai, and Portugal. So probably we were bought by the big healthcare company Fresenius from Germany like 3 years ago. And now we are in the top 10 of Spanish companies in employment with more than 43,000 employees in our group. We are also on the stock market in Frankfurt. So we are a very serious and transparent company. So being a global company, we've been in the international business for many years. We've been dealing with medical tourism for the last 10 years, but above all, with dealing with tourist medicine. So for you to understand what it is, our business, we could treat in a regular year like 2019, more than 90,000 tourists that were eventually sick or had an accident. So as we have hospitals in very famous touristic destinations in our country, we represent the 30% of the tourist medicine in Spain. And of course, we try to be more and more involved in medical tourism. That is why we have a strong focus on the tourism industry. And that is why we have this agreement with CEFAPIT. So that is why at the international business, we decided back in 2018 to create a new service focused on the tourism industry called Hospitality by Quiron Salud. Hospitality by Quiron Salud is previous to the corona, okay? I think this is a very important thing to explain, because it was meant to be offering enough value to tourists coming to Spain, mostly to Spain because we launched this project in Spain. actually here in Madrid at the beginning. So what we do is to offer medical assistance for free to all the international tourists arriving to Spain. And let me explain, okay? So what we do is, because we want to add value to destinations, and I truly believe that Spain is the only country where a hospital group is delivering such a good service for free to the international tourism. So what we do is, once a tourist that could be perfectly one of the visitors using your services eventually got ill or have an accident, they could call us in a call center 24 hours, 7 days, with no language barriers, because we answer in more than 10 languages, and we provide medical assistance for free. So we send a house doctor to the hotel, to the apartment, or to the venue, or even if you are making a tour, to the tour. So first, and after, mostly after the corona, we decide that telemedicine was a must for us. So now what we do is, once we receive the phone call, we do a little triage with our digital hospital, and if the patient needs to receive a house doctor in the hotel, we send the doctor, and if it's an urgent thing, we send an ambulance. So we deliver this service to all the tourism industry. Now we work with hotels, with tourist apartments, even with university, with embassies, with every kind of place that has a tourist inside could call us. So since 2 months ago, we decided to sign an agreement with CEFAPIT to deliver this service to all the Spanish tourist guides for their clients, for the visitors arriving to Spain. So in my opinion, the most important thing is not that we are 7 days, 24 hours, or that we don't have language barriers, but our team at the G24 is a super expert in dealing with insurance companies. So if the patient doesn't have an insurance coverage, we will do our best to try to find the way for the patient to pay us in case they have to go to the hospital, because I repeat, everything inside the hotel, the venue, the apartment is for free. Just only when they have to go to the hospital, our team deals with all the paperwork and find the best insurance coverage for this patient. So this has been very successful. We've been signing agreements with most of the biggest hotel chains in the country. And as I said, even with institutions like the City Hall of Barcelona, the one in Madrid, the Spain Convention Bureau, all the conventions bureaus in the most important cities. So it's a way to promote also public and private partnerships. So this is what it is, Hospitality by Quiron Salud. This is our network only in Spain. So you could see we have more than 54 hospitals in our country. So we could cover all the most important touristic cities. These are some of our also important partners. You could see, like, institutions, hotel chains, so on. Well, that are some materials that we are using to promote our services. And before ending, I would like to explain you about the project about testing that Juan Ignacio mentioned. We are really very, engaged with the tourism here. So, of course, with the corona, all the countries were asking for testing before accepting visitors. So what we do is also we have hospitals, so we have clinics and we have labs. So we decide to make a special price and a very special offer for CEFAPIT for running tests, PCRs, antigens, whatever. So this is an agreement that helps a lot, because now is a must. You have to do the PCR before coming back, whatever. So we are doing our best in trying to deliver the result in less than 6 hours with a very nice price, and CEFAPIT could enjoy this agreement, but also their clients. So I think it's a good option, and it's a way to help visitors to travel, which is what we want. More trust, tranquility, and again, more visitors. So that is what we do. And we are super happy to work with you, to be a member or partner for the Spanish tourist guides. And I don't know, maybe in the future in other countries. So thank you again. Thank you very much. I don't know if you have questions, but I'm totally happy to answer all your questions. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you, Monica. Thank you so much for joining us today. So we've got a couple of questions, and I think what you've done is really put on the forefront how great it can be when we have associations working with industry and with sectors. And it's been a really good initiative. We were really intrigued to hear about the association and your network coming together with this agreement. Were there any challenges in changing the mindset of your leaders in working with an association and coming up with this agreement?
Well, maybe because all the international team here in Quiron Salud, even is a health company, we belong to the tourism industry. So for us, in our top of mind is always, to help the tourism industry. So I think it was very natural, we launched this project. Of course, at the beginning, we thought about accommodation because, where the visitors are, the more time are at the hotels. But eventually, we realized that all the value chain is important. So, and you are super important, and you are our first ambassadors. So we thought that we have to work with the tourism guides association. That was mandatory for us. So it was very easy to convince my boss, actually.
That's good to hear. If you had any advice to other associations who are looking at approaching their sectors and their hospitality and medical industries, what would that be?
Well, the first thing is I have to insist that the health sector is super important for the tourism industry, because you've been in the field for many years, so you know that eventually you could have someone breaking their legs, whatever. So I think sometimes we believe that hospital is something bad, no, for tourism, but you need us and we need you. So I think we need to cooperate more. I think the corona, the pandemic, give us the opportunity to rethink about all of our business models, and that we need to cooperate between the private sector and the public sector. So I am a truly believer in PPPs, private partnerships, and also private partnerships. So I think if you have a hospitals receiving tourists and with a kind of expertise in international tourists, you have to work with them because you need them. And I told you the figures, they are amazing. We treat 90,000 tourists in 2019. Kids, in Congress delegates, because always, accidents always happen. So I think you have to, all the association has to have in their minds the health sector. And now more than ever, because if the corona told us something, is that the most important in this moment is health. Because if we don't have a good health, we cannot travel, we cannot do activities. So we need to work together.
Some valuable points there. Thank you so much, Monica. I think you've really set a precedent for other associations to move forward. CEFAPIT has been amazing at this as well. So I think you've really put the benchmark out there for all of us as associations. And I think the peace of mind that this will bring a tourist guide with this kind of partnership is invaluable. It's always in your mind when you're guiding to, what can go wrong, who can fall ill, and just to have that backup and that knowing that relationship exists gives that peace of mind that just takes away that extra stress off of a tour.
Of course, to have this peace of mind, you have to have a good partner. So I haven't highlighted so much about our expertise in the health system, because you're probably, I don't know if you are interested, but the good thing or the beauty of working with a partner like Quiron is that as we are very strong, we have a lot of talent because we are investing a lot year by year in cutting edge technology. So that is very attractive to reach the most prestigious doctors. So of course, if you have a partner in the health sector, look for the best partner ever, because this is super important to have this peace of mind. So this is a key point that you need to take into account.
Great, some valuable advice. Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here.
Thank you of all of you. And again, welcome to Madrid and welcome to Spain. Really appreciate that you decided to do this meeting here. It's very important for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
And I hand back over to my colleague Viola, who will introduce the next speaker.